mainframe. There isn't time. I want this thing off my lawn. Every now and then, Summers, I remember why you're still in charge.
So in this video I wanted to talk about something that has been on my mind all these years since the first X-Men movie kickstarted the superhero genre into mainstream audiences back in 14th July 2000. This video will talk about one of the most underutilized and unappreciated Marvel characters, Cyclops. Cyclops, whose real name is Scott Summers, had a very tragic and very rocky start in his life. Born as the first son to his father, Christopher Summers, he was one day flying home from a family vacation on his father's plane with his brother Alex Summers. Unfortunately, due to an incident caused by an alien spacecraft, their plane was heavily damaged and soon to crash. Scott and Alex were pushed out of the plane by their parents under a single parachute. It was on this day where Scott's mutant abilities manifested, saving him and his brother from a near fatal fall from the plane, but he did sustain a grave head injury. With their parents being presumed dead, Alex Summers would soon become adopted and later on become Havoc, while Scott would end up in an orphanage. He had a very difficult childhood in which his memories remained very murky as he grew into an adult, experiencing a traumatic time in the Omaha orphanage and his loss of his family. His head injury is mainly the credited reason as to why he is not able to fully control his optic blasts that come from his eyes, but some other iterations also say that this is due to his traumatizing childhood and emotions he experienced.
Leave me alone! Oh man! What are you? Some kind of monster? No, I'm not! Wait! Help me!
After the incident in New York, where he lost control of his powers once again and nearly ended up killing a crowd of people accidentally, Scott was on the run again and ended up crossing paths with a criminal mutant called Jacko Diamonds, who would constantly encourage him to use his powers for criminal activities, but Scott luckily was never drawn to this path. With the help of the FBI, Charles Xavier, founder of the X-Men, located Scott Summers and guided him into Xavier's School for the Gifted.
But all is not lost. This is the first day of a very important journey in your life. Scott, I know what you're going through.
No, you don't. I'm a monster.
If you are, then so am I. At one time, my telepathy was uncontrollable. I heard everyone's thoughts. I couldn't shut them out, couldn't think. I was losing my mind.
What changed?
I learned that my abilities could be controlled, as can yours.
Now, Cyclops is also much more powerful than what the films have shown him to be. Most people don't tend to know that, like some of his lesser known abilities and powers. For example, he is a very experienced hand-to-hand fighter and has superhuman levels of spatial awareness, meaning like an uncanny sense of like trigonometry, just like Captain America when he throws his shield. He's also an expert strategist and tactician due to the vast knowledge and experience he has gained being the leader of the X-Men. He also has resistance to most energy attacks due to the psionic field that surrounds his body. Now, his iconic optic blasts are his main source of power. Although it may look like it's heat vision, it is actually a form of pure concussive force. Till this day, Scott has not used the full potential of his concussive optic blast, as he fears he can't control it. Some feats that showcase how strong his optic blasts are range from being strong enough to destroy sentinels and entire forests completely in just a few seconds, and even once shooting beams at Juggernaut, which Scott described as being strong enough to tear a small planet in half. Others have even described Cyclops as having like that his beams are comparable to being hit with nukes. Cyclops is also able to adjust the width of his beams, and using his spatial awareness, he can use his environment to do insane like trick shots, or that can bounce around and hit his opponents from many different angles. His optic blasts are generated from a portal to another dimension behind his eye, which means he has limitless amounts of them. So after being taken by Charles Xavier, he was implemented into the first class of the X-Men, which consisted of Beast, Iceman, Marvel Girl, who's better known as Jean Grey these days, and Angel. In their first mission, they even managed to thwart Magneto's plan together, which was to take over a military base. He began to ascend to the role of deputy leader in the X-Men and form a bond eventually with Jean Grey. Now, Cyclops is the perfect leader for the X-Men due to his belief and trust in Professor Xavier's vision of a brighter future that is built on mutants and humans peacefully coexisting, and the heroes achieved by the heroism of the X-Men. Many iterations of the X-Men that are also very successful show him as the leader, carrying out Professor X's vision and leaving no one behind ever. The astonishing X-Men comics showed him in his full potential by allowing him to become the main leader of the X-Men, growing into new heights of confidence and heroism due to an event happened where he lost his powers and he was forced to become his best self. And in this storyline, he even ended up saving the whole world. In terms of media, the X-Men animated series and X-Men Evolution, both great shows that I hold dearly to my heart till today, as one of the best animated series ever made, shows why it is vital to have Cyclops as the main protagonist of the stories. He is the anchor of the X-Men, laser focused and able to rally others behind him, a true leader. Just like Magneto, he has faced humanity's cruelty, yet he still strives to make Xavier's vision come true no matter what, for peaceful coexistence between mutants and humans. Being on the front lines, he is the face of all mutants, and a goal for them to strive towards.
This whole mine's gonna go up! Get Kelly above ground! I'm going after Wolverine and Gambit. I'm not leaving anyone behind. Not this time.
Be careful.
This psychology of Cyclops of wanting to complete every mission and save everyone while making Xavier's dream a reality has resulted in some shocking actions being taken by him and immense pressure being placed on him that, for example, in the Avengers vs X-Men storyline, when he takes the powers of the Phoenix Force to keep Hope Summers alive no matter what, he does end up becoming corrupted with the immense power, resulting in him becoming a fugitive and even killing Charles Xavier because of his beliefs. Now, when it comes to the X-Men movies, while I find most of them amazing and even better than most MCU films such as Logan, X-Men Days of Future Past, X-Men First Class and X-Men 2, I still believe they lacked something to make them feel more like the X-Men from the comics and prevented them the full success they could have had. The way the movies cast aside Cyclops as a minor character and made him just this whiny guy who was there to block Wolverine and Jean from getting it on was just downright criminal. I believe these movies are one of the main reasons as to why Cyclops is so overlooked as a character, but he is much more than that. With the popularity of Wolverine, Fox decided to make him the face of the X-Men and almost like a leader type character, completely going against the comic books and the characters' ideologies. Now that Marvel has the rights to the X-Men, I hope they have learned from their mistakes and make Cyclops the main protagonist of the films. A young man struggling to fit into this world and controlling his powers, but with the guidance of Charles Xavier eventually becoming the leader of the X-Men. This would allow him and his X-Men to have more time in character building and personality. Thank you for watching. I would really appreciate if you could please leave a like and subscribe, and any feedback in the comments, as I am aiming to grow and improve my channel. For my next project, I will be making a X-Men short film centered around Cyclops, so if you are interested, be sure to ring the bell icon to stay updated. I hope you all have a good one. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.